All right, welcome to another edition of Soto Desperado Plays Ark Survival Ascended. I'm just checking on my progress. Last time I only got one female. 380. My current... Oh, that's outside. My current level for male is 391, which is really good. That's 4 stats. So I've been trying to intermittently breed them. Let's see. Let's get you up off here. So this one I can definitely breed right now. All right. So anyway, I'm going to continue this project. I'm trying to get everybody, I think some of these are recycled. Yeah, most of these are recycled. And I got 391s, but I got like a lot of males I don't need. I already have one male and that's fine. I tried to get, more females, and I've been getting lower class females like a 380, 382. But I'm going to keep trying and see what else I can breed over here. This is ready in 6 minutes. This is ready. Oh, it's already ready. So, like, this one's already ready. So, I'll just put it over here. All right. My whistles are working now. That's nice. This one is not ready. I'll put the not ready ones on this side. Most of these are probably not going to be ready. Alright, there's a video I was going to watch for a channel I'm subscribed. But I'm going to listen to it. There's not much to see. It says Southern Life. That's the name of the channel, Southern Life, and I'm subscribed to it. They do a lot of homeless interviews, and this is a homeless interview.
We are in Sarasota, and there is a home.
It says Corey is homeless in Sarasota. Undocumented women crash into him, leaving him disabled.
Homeless camp right in front of us.
Corey,
man, where are you originally from?
I'm from Massachusetts, originally from Boston.
Boston. What brought you to Florida?
Family.
Cool. How long have you been in Florida? Most of your life?
Since '89, yeah.
Gotcha.
I pretty much grew up here.
Okay. So what brought you to homelessness?
I got rear-ended by an illegal Mexican girl, and she didn't have any insurance or anything, and I was in a wheelchair for almost 2 years, and basically lost everything, and I finally got a disability, and it doesn't even cover. I can't even find a room for rent or an apartment. I get a little bit of help with the disability, but it doesn't even cover an apartment. So basically, I'm out here in a tent.
Yeah. How long did it take for you to get that disability? It's a process, right?
It took me like 4 years, okay. like 3-4 years. Yeah.
Jeez, that person that hit you, was it like a hit and run, or?
I was. My buddy has like a furniture company, and he asked me to help him deliver a dresser, and we were coming back from Tampa, just sitting there in traffic at a dead stop, and all of a sudden this girl just plowed into the back of us. She was doing 80 miles an hour, didn't even hit the brakes or anything, and my buddy died.
In that same accident.
Jesus.
And that was in the accident with me.
Wow.
We didn't know what happened.
That
We
sucks.
thought like an atomic bomb went off or something. Like I was like knocked out. My foot went through the floor, and I had a double compound pylon fracture. My leg was snapped in half with the bone sticking out, and I had a bone sticking out of my ankle and out the bottom of my foot, and my face was shattered. I woke right before I passed out. My buddy said, "Hey, is my eye crooked?" And his eye was crooked, the one that died. And I woke up in the hospital, and they were saying they wanted to do brain surgery on me. They said my nose bone, there was like a myth, if you punch somebody in the nose, your nose bone pierces your brain, your skull, and hits your brain. Well, that's what happened. I hit my face so hard on the dash, my nose bone pierced my skull into my brain and caused my brain to swell, and they wanted to saw the top of my skull off. They call it peeling your cap off, I guess. This is like, I didn't even know what happened. I woke up in the hospital with the doctors saying, yeah, showing me the x-rays with they're saying my brain's swelling, and this is the procedure they wanted to do, was saw the top of my skull off, and I refused it.
You did a wise thing, yeah?
Because I didn't want to look like Frankenstein, you know? Like,
yeah,
with staples, and like, I was scared. I didn't know what to do, and I asked, you know, what if I didn't do the surgery? And they said, I'll have neurological damage, and now I have neurological damage.
Okay. Where you said you were in a wheelchair.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about that experience, you know, pain and recovery and
so I had to get 2 reconstructive surgeries on my leg. Basically like a jigsaw puzzle. I got lucky, they said, because there weren't any other surgeons experienced enough to do that kind of surgery, and there just happened to be like the number 1 or number 2 guy in the country in town doing a surgery, and he picked up my case because he said I'd lose my leg if he didn't do it, nobody else was going to do it. Mm-hmm. And so basically they had to put my leg back together like a puzzle. And it took 2 surgeries, and I was in the hospital for a month, and I got out of the hospital and I lost everything, and I was homeless in a wheelchair.
You were homeless in the wheelchair?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Before that accident, had you ever been homeless before?
No.
Did you ever think, you know, that your life would just change that quickly from one day to the other?
Not really, no.
How did it feel to be homeless? It wasn't your fault, it was an accident. To be homeless, to be, you know, in a wheelchair. I mean, people start looking at you like, you know, how's that, all that?
Well, what bothers me is because it was a girl that was here illegally from Mexico. She wasn't even supposed to be here, and I see the border wide open, and I from what I hear, they're giving all these people from other countries houses and cars and money, and I heard somebody at a grocery store, the lady, she looked at the person's receipt and it said they had a $30,000 balance on their food card, and the people from like Mexico or something, and it's like, I feel like these people look down on me, and they're getting treated better than I am, and I'm an American, I was born here, and I feel like I'm being stepped over, totally, completely.
Have you ever had people help you since you've been on the streets?
Not really, no.
Like when you were,
I don't really ask for help.
You don't
like
panhandle never when you were on the
No,
wheelchair?
I don't panhandle, no.
How do you survive then? What were you doing when you were in a wheelchair?
Disability now, like I get a little bit of money every month, and if it wasn't for that, I was going to commit, you know.
Okay. So that experience that you had changed your perspective on people from other countries?
Yeah, I mean, I had my own cleaning company and everything. I was doing good. I had a bunch of accounts. I was cleaning and doing like moving. I started out working for a moving company, and when we moved the people out, they needed the places cleaned, so I started cleaning the places, and I ended up getting an LLC, and I started my own little company, and that's when that happened with that accident.
Okay.
So I lost my company, I lost my vehicle, my home, I lost everything. I was doing really good.
Okay. Did you finish high school?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever go to college?
I did, yes.
What did you study in college?
Electronics and science. I was a electronics technician for like 10 years.
Okay. But now you are in Sarasota.
Mexicans took my job.
All right.
Because I was asking $25 an hour because, you know, I'm a certified electronics technician, and they're like, well, why would we pay you $25 when we could pay a Mexican $9? And basically that made me stop doing electronics. I don't even want to do electronics anymore because of that. And I went to college and everything.
So you say you've watched my videos before, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. You ever watch the female interviews where I ask them, I usually ask everybody if you received a lot of help, and a lot of the females say that most of the people that help them are actually like Spanish people help them a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's Spanish people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's the system that's set up to bring these people here, because I know they're just doing it for votes. I'm not saying if it's Spanish or Chinese or anybody, it's people here from other countries are getting treated better than I am, and I'm an American. I was born here, you know, not any national. It doesn't matter if they're Mexican or black or, you know, it's, you know, you see all these people here from India or whatever. They have all the stores, all the corner stores. They own every single corner store. Why is that? I hear the government gives them like money for businesses. They completely set them up, and they're not doing anything for the American. I feel like, you know, they're looking at us like we're trash, you know, and we're the ones that set everything up. We set up everything. The banking system, we invented like 90% of the inventions: electricity, the automobile, computers, the cell phone, the telephone, you know, the health care, you know, us white people, and not just white Americans, but white males, and we're being treated like we're scumbags, like we're racist slave traders, but we're the ones that set up this whole system. And I think people are just want what we have. Like, that's what it is. They want what we created, and so they're trying to make us look like we're the bad guy, you know?
Yeah, I've interviewed guys on my YouTube channel that are part of like the Aryan Brotherhood.
And I'm not racist at all. Like, okay. I'm not racist. I would say, I just don't like people saying that I'm without even knowing me, that I'm an evil white person.
No, of course not. So, you know, I've interviewed guys that are AB. That's an actual gang.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of being white. I'm like the whitest person.
But check it out. Those guys that I've interviewed that are in those groups, when they end up homeless,
I don't hate. That's the thing. That's the thing. Difference between me.
Right. But see, those people that are in those groups, when they end up homeless, they end up having to make friendships with black people and everybody, because out here, see, the problem is,
it has actually, and like I'm not racist at all. I'm just talking about the system, like how the system has done us. You know, like I have friends of all races. I'm not racist at all. But I just feel like the white male is like, they're trying to like demonize us, and I don't like it, you know, because we are like the most helpful. We help more people than anybody.
Yeah.
And what about all the countries we've helped and all the people we've helped? Like, so what about all the good things we've done? You know, instead of people looking at all the bad things we've done, which haven't been a lot. We've just tried to protect ourselves, you know.
Don't you think that black people and Mexicans can almost feel the same way, though? I mean, everybody's
everybody can. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, I feel how I feel right now is probably how like the Africans felt when they were slaves or something. You know, like how they were kind of demonized a little bit. You know, and
of course,
I kind of feel that. I feel that right now. You know, but us white people, we haven't done anything wrong. You know, like we've tried to help. You know. But it's just we're under a microscope, you know. We're at, you know, of course people are going to try to make us look bad because they want what we have, you know.
Do you ever wonder how Nectar can offer such an incredible deal for their adjustable bundle? This bundle includes the Nectar mattress, cooling pillows, a mattress protector, sheet set, and an adjustable bed frame. You can literally save thousands by hopping on this deal. It even has custom head and foot settings, USB ports, a remote with settings like zero gravity, back massage, and anti-snoring. This is a PSA to run to Nectar's site before this deal ends, so you can start getting the best sleep of your life.
It is a new smart health watch from Huawei. Measure your blood sugar, blood pressure, and heart rate without taking a blood sample. The back of the dial is equipped with the latest reflective light and AI algorithm technology. A global medical team helps you monitor your body data in real time. It will automatically alert you if there is any abnormality in your body data. Plus, it has a 46mm sapphire display and an alloy steel band that will never rust. It's luxurious and classy on your wrist. You can leave the house without your mobile phone, as it can make calls, reply to messages, and browse the internet directly. You can use all kinds of social media without Bluetooth connection. Equipped with the latest AI voice assistant, touchscreen, smooth and easy to operate.
All right. So
it's replacement theory. They're trying to replace us. That's all it is.
I can understand how your life experience Like, I'll give you an example. You know, if you watch my show, you know I was in a wheelchair.
You were?
Yeah, I wasn't. No, I was in a walker. I refused the wheelchair.
I was in a walker too.
Yeah, I
in like
refused
one
the
of those
wheelchair.
knee scooter things.
The doctors that left me in a wheelchair was a white guy.
Mm-hmm.
It never once crossed my mind to make the connection between. I looked at it as a piece of crap doctor and a piece of crap lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really
Look
notice,
at the race thing.
The race thing never really crossed my mind that the hotel that hurt me.
I'm not gonna lie, the
Yeah.
system, what's going on right now,
Yeah.
it is making me a little bit racist.
No, it will, because
know?
like you've experienced.
Like I go into like a Walgreens or a Walmart now and everything, and it's all like I'm like the only white person in there, and I feel like everybody's looking at me like I'm like the evil white person. And it's like we started it all. If it wasn't for us white people, everybody'd still in huts and shooting girls with bows and arrows. And
how much time do you spend watching like Fox News in a day or like news networks?
Well, I don't watch any of like CNN. I don't watch CNN or anything. I don't watch any Democrats. I'm a Republican. I watch just Republican.
How much
stuff.
time a day do you spend listening to like Republican radio?
Search. I hunt for stuff. You know,
Okay.
I'm a seeker. I seek for the truth. You know, that's what I'm a seeker. You know, I search. You know, and I'm so glad that Trump won. Because I hope he's going to make everything back to normal. Because the Democrats are trying to separate us. They're trying to make everybody racist. Because they want to collapse the system, so they can start their own communism. The only way for the Democrats' plan to work is to completely collapse the system, so they can step in and look like the saviors. You know.
But you spend a lot of time listening to Republican radio.
Mm-hmm.
I want to guess. Have you
I
thought
do.
maybe just back in, like, you live in Sarasota,
Sorry,
right?
I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes.
Oh, me too. I feel you. So you live in Sarasota. This is a diverse area. You got black, you got Hispanic, you got everything. Have you thought about because I've experienced, like, I lived in Alabama and I dealt with racism there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're around
in Boston, I dealt with a lot of racism.
Right, Boston's
very racist.
Very racist place.
Like we had the Cambodians come over, like, and our neighborhood was like all white, and they after the Vietnam War they let in like 2.5 million Vietnamese and into our neighborhood. It was dangerous because they let in all these people from another country that hate us. That's what they're doing. They're letting all these people into this country that hate us Americans, and I don't like it. This is like our country, you know. It's like I know, like we took the country from whatever the Native Americans they say or whatever. I don't even know. I wasn't alive back then, but this is our country now. You know,
respectfully, with you being homeless, why does politics preoccupy so much of your mind?
Because I feel like that's the reason I'm homeless right now.
So,
Trump says America. Like, these are these Mexican guys that got money from the government. I heard they got like 30 grand a piece, and they're buying all these race cars. You hear them racing up and down. There's a bunch of like gangs around here now and stuff, and it wasn't like that. And it's because of the Democrats. They let everybody into the country that hates us. They let all these people in that hate Americans.
So what I'm hearing right now is that you're just, and I'm respectfully, right? I feel like you're just repeating everything you hear on the TV or on the phone, and you haven't really.
I see it with my own eyes,
right.
You know, and I'm not trying to be, and I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just saying what I'm seeing going on.
You are. Look, I've been in your situation.
You know,
I've been in your situation. I lived in Alabama, and it turned me into a very hateful person.
It's like I feel like because I'm a white male that I'm like people look at me all like evil and stuff, and I don't like it. You know, when like I'm a Christian. I try to help everybody. You know, and it's like I get looked at like I'm an evil person, and I'm not. You know, I'm a good person.
So let me give you something. I'm a YouTuber, right?
Yep.
November 5th during the election, YouTube's revenue dropped by about half. So I went from making $200 a day, let's say, to making $100. My income just dropped in half.
How did that happen?
I don't know, but advertisers maybe, right?
Well, it's because of the system. The Democrats.
Okay,
they're trying to. We're supposed to have freedom of speech, and they're not. They're trying to take that away from us.
It's advertising, but now I got to work harder or find something else in the meantime, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go blame Trump because of that. So I feel like you're putting blame on politics, but in reality,
I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying it hasn't helped. You know.
No, they're not going to help if you're homeless and you're poor, and it doesn't matter if you're black, white,
but
Chinese.
I feel like
they don't care about.
my whole life I've seen like in Boston with the Vietnamese, they come here and they hate us, and and then now I feel like they're letting in all these other countries. They're letting all these people in that hate us, that hate me, and I don't like it. They're like I said, they're trying to take what we have. They want what we have. And it's gonna start a war, I think.
Would you like to meet people from those places? I got friends from everywhere. Would you like to meet them, have dinner with them, and just sit down with them and kind of? Because what happens I've
waited tables and bartended in a lot of Mexican restaurants and stuff, and I have a lot of. I habla español,
Yeah.
And I have a lot of Mexican friends, and a lot of them feel the same way too. Like they're here legally and everything, and they're being stepped over also by people. They let like 30 million people into this country. The borders wide open. People bringing all the. Who's bringing the Mexicans? They're bringing kilos, and they know it's going to kill at least one person. So they're bringing all the. It killed all my friends.
Right.
Like 50% of my generation is dead because.
But see, the thing about drug addiction is that's a choice. Nobody did a Mexican ever force you to take it?
But they know they're bringing it here, and they know it's going to kill people, and that makes them bad.
I know if I walk out on that road, brother, I might get hit by a car. So you know what I do? I don't walk out on that road.
Yeah, but there's also people that are like smoking pot, and they think they're just smoking pot, and there's fentanyl in it,
it's laced.
or meth
but,
or whatever.
But if you don't smoke at all,
yeah, but
they're not putting fentanyl
and I get it.
in.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be racist, my friend.
No, you're good, bro.
I feel like you're a good guy. I'm not trying to be racist.
No.
I'm just telling you what I'm experiencing.
See, the thing is, I don't want to label you. What I want to do is I want to understand.
And don't put evil, racist, white guy, homeless, because I'm not.
No, you're not,
I'm not
bro.
like that at all.
I've interviewed.
I feel like
I've interviewed Hell's Angels.
It's the system that's doing it. I feel like.
Brother, I've interviewed Aryan Brotherhood, Hell's Angels. All those types of people, and they're friends with me today. We don't have a problem. I'm not going to do that to you. But what I want you to do is I want you to understand that perhaps, not everybody, like with the drug addiction, for example, nobody's forcing you to take those stuff. Like if you die from an overdose, you went
But
out
I'm just saying these people are bringing 100 kilos of. And that's enough to kill the United States.
They could bring 1 billion kilos.
1 kilo can kill 500,000 people.
But not 1 gram of it. It's going to be in my house.
But I know, but I'm just saying, who's bringing it here?
I don't care who's bringing it. I'm not going to consume it.
I do. This is my country, and it's killing my friends. And it's killing my people.
Right.
I think it's an act of war, I feel like.
Right. Have you ever consumed illicit narcotics?
Have I?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people have.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm just saying what's going on with the open border thing,
But see, the thing about addiction and death and overdoses.
I really don't want to get into that. We're getting negative. I don't want to be negative.
All right, man. What are your dreams and aspirations? Do you see yourself? I mean, you're improved a little bit. You're not in the wheelchair anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to get healthy and find a normal place to live, and
that new law,
and be happy. I just want to be happy. That's all. I just want to be healthy and happy, and I want my country to be happy. I feel like my country's hurting right now, and I don't like it.
The whole world, really, brother. It's not just this country. The whole world's a mess.
Yeah.
People come here because it's better.
We have problems of our own, and like all these other countries are asking us for help, and it's like we need to help ourselves before we help. Mm-hmm. Like you got them giving hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine, and we don't even know those people, man. They're talking about how bad they have it. Look at us, man. We're struggling too, man. Right. Like Trump says, America first, and we need to take care of Americans and America. So, I feel like,
Right. You saw that new law that came in Florida for the homeless, where they're going to arrest people for sleeping.
I mean, I guess that's. I don't know. I've heard that for years.
I mean, either way, Republican or Democrat, neither one of them have done anything about homelessness to help you guys that are out here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get help, and and I wasn't trying to get all negative. Please don't put me on there like,
no, you're good.
Negative race. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing.
No, we're having this conversation that we're having right now is a conversation that people have all over. I got friends. that are rednecks, man, and we go fishing together.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with what they say, but we're friends.
And I'm trying not to be racist. I'm trying not to be.
I understand that what you experienced with your accident could turn you that way, because I personally have been in that situation, but it takes time. You have to heal that, because what happens is you're going to become resentful, and eventually it's going to start to bother you. And then, you know, you got to start fixing that, and instead of feeding that, you got to fix it. Because it's eventually, it's going to swallow you up, man, and I've been there.
It is. It's bothering me.
Yeah.
You know? Like, what's going on is bothering me a lot. It's worrying me, you know?
Right.
And, like, I want, you know, peace and everything, you know? Yeah. I just feel like, you know, the government's crooked, and they're trying to make everybody hate each other, you know?
Well, I appreciate your time, and next time I come through here, I'll say hello to you and say what's up. I don't consider, just because we don't agree on something, that doesn't mean we can't see eye to eye on friendship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
like I said, I think you're a good person.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, and you know, I wasn't trying to.
No, I really enjoyed that we had this conversation.
I'm trying to get my word out, like how I feel, what I see, what's going on. You know.
I actually am glad that we had this conversation because it's on a lot of people's minds. And a lot of people are afraid to talk about it. You have had traumatic experiences that can make you feel that way, but now you have to find it in your heart to give people forgiveness, despite what they've done to you, because they're gone and they're left, and they're it's only
stop bringing hundreds of kilos of and trying to kill all my people, like, and you know, that's what, and I'm just saying that into the camera, you know, like people I know that they're coming here and they need money, so the cartels, and they're forcing them to bring the stuff here, but they don't have to bring it here. They know when they're bringing the stuff, people are going to die.
Right. But what is the only solution?
The problem with that little concept that he has is the cartel will put a gun to your head and a gun to your wife and your children and say, you're going to do what we tell you to do. If you don't do it, they're going to die, and then we'll kill you. That's what those people will do, you know?
To not dying from
That's
overdose.
what they are, you know? Just letting you know. I don't know if it's recording me anymore. It's kind of hard to tell if it's recording me. Oh, it should be recording me. Anyway.
Stop bringing it here.
That's just my 2 cents. I think they just manipulate them into doing it.
But even if they bring it,
I mean,
they're a
there's
criminal
guns
organization.
And, you know,
they're not going to ask you nicely.
You know,
you're not forced to take. I mean, consumption is a personal choice.
Yeah, but you know, people like are going to do drugs, and if the only thing around that's going to kill you, you know, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, my advice would be, if you don't do drugs, you'll never worry about an overdose. You know.
I'm talking about all the people that have died in my life. I can't tell them it's too late. They're already gone.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? So
I try to help people that are on the streets to get away from addiction and find hobbies and stuff.
And now I feel like you're gonna like make me all negative
good,
and stuff. Like I'm the demon and shit. You know?
You think I do that?
I don't know, man. Like
look,
I hope not.
You think I do that to you?
I hope not.
Nah, brother.
Look
me in the eye, bro. No way, brother. I'm glad that we're having this conversation, and I'll edit parts of the video out, make it nicer. I'm glad. I'm not mad at you. I understand why you feel that way because of your life experiences. You know what I mean? I understand it, but I do want you to heal from it. I don't want you to keep,
I do too. Like, I would like to marry a Mexican girl or something. Like, I don't have any hate towards anybody. It's the system that's bothering me.
Gotcha.
You know, it's like, you know, it's, you know.
I really appreciate your time, but let's get out of here. It's getting late. I really appreciate. I'm not gonna paint you as a bad person. I'm actually glad that we're having this conversation because I feel like this conversation needs to be had.
It does.
It does.
That's why I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Unfortunately, the people in government.
We're not evil white people. Like,
no.
Trying to make us all out.
You know, my wife's from Michigan, right?
No.
My wife's American, and my family. A lot of people in my family were very upset that I married a white girl, but that's what I wanted for me. So I really appreciate your time, and don't think that you're going to be depicted as an evil person. I actually appreciate that you're being honest and talking about what's bothering you, because now it opens a window for conversation about it.
Yeah, I want to get it out there. You know?
Thanks you for your time, man.
Yeah.
Who's coming in the driveway?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. They just put a gun to your head and say, you're going to do what we say, or your family gets it. Yeah. It's the way it is. It's called crime, dude. There's no free will over there. If they want to use somebody, I mean, there's people over there that Mexicans that they just disappear. They won't get sent to the fucking. From what I heard a long time ago, they were like abducting their own citizens and just putting pretty girls in whorehouses. They don't give a shit where you come from. And the police were bought off, and everybody's in on it. It's all corruption. That's why when you talk about Mexico, you're thinking it's a tourist attraction. I'm telling you, there's a dark side to Mexico. There's a reason why I don't like to go over there at all. And it was like right across the Rio Grande. I was in Laredo. I was pretty much brought up in Laredo. And I can tell you right now, the only people that go to Mexico are Mexicans that know the terrain and know what to do and what not to do. If you're not Mexican, you shouldn't even be over there. And then years later, the cartel started making a big shit over there. And that really put the scare in people. People really got scared. But that's how they work. They use fear. Fear and intimidation and all that stuff. And, it's like, when you talk about the mob isn't going to ask you nicely. And if they do, trust me, it's a courtesy. It's a courtesy if they're nice to you and polite and civilized. Because they know that if they're nice to you, you're not going to be that afraid, and you'll probably just give them whatever the fuck they want. Honestly. You got to think in terms of criminal organizations and how they think about people. To them, you're just another asset. Sorry to say. It sucks. Well, I got a mutation on one of these guys, and it's not the melee mutation that I wanted. Feel sorry for the guy. He has a very simplistic perspective. See, the Mexicano, the brother, is correct in the assessment that he is repeating a lot of what he sees out there, and he's repeating a lot of what he hears on the thing. But how much fucking common sense do you need to tell exactly how this country is being destroyed? I mean, how much common sense do you need? How many news outlets do you have to listen to? How much bullshit do you have to wade through to figure out what's going on? It's like, you're talking to these fools that believe everything they see on the news. They just believe it as it's stated. Anybody with common sense, no, you don't believe everything you hear. You don't. You do that, then you're just a dumbass, Now this guy, he has enough intuition and experience to tell you what's going on. And he's not prejudiced. It comes off as being prejudiced because these are immigrants coming from other countries. But it's like he said, everybody's coming over here and getting the free stuff except us. We are bearing the burden for a government that just gives money away to anybody. And the sad thing is, I don't get any kind of charity when I go out there. I get blown off most of the time, frankly. Blown off. Okay? Because I'm a white male. I'm mixed. Technically, I'm mixed. I'm part Mexican, but I look white and have a white last name. So they're going to consider me white regardless. I think that's the last of the eggs, right? It's sad, man. Let's see. Let's try to finish up these eggs. Well, anyway, that's Southern Life. He's a gentleman. He goes around. I think he also finds bums and gives things away to them too. Or I could be confusing that with another guy, but it's sad. It's sad that this is what it's amounted to. You know, it's sad that people are in that situation. Now, Anton Daniels is the guy from the, oops.
This is why I canceled my...
Now, this is Anton Daniels. I listen to him every day. I listen to his morning show. I'm a subscriber. And I don't join his Patreon because I already have my own thing going on the side I'm trying to make money with. And so far, I haven't had any success. I'm just kind of dealing with it right now. And I don't have a lot to invest anyway. I'm kind of break even at this point. I'm lucky I have food and I'm alive. But anyway, this is the guy. His name is Anton Daniels. This guy is a new guy, Russell Bowler Jr. Says Anton Daniels spitting fire, and I want to add something: broke plus bad credit equals poverty. So this is a new guy. This is from a day ago, and he says, "Yep, I said it." All right, I want to see what this gentleman has to say. Russell Bowler Jr.
We need to have a real serious conversation. Real serious conversation. But look here, fam. Hit that intro.
Oof. God damn.
Oh, yo. What's good, family? Welcome to Legacy 111. It's me, Russell. Hey, man, I hope everybody's feeling good this morning. I hope your morning has started off on a positive note. You done got the kids off to school. You're probably getting ready for work. You know what I'm saying? I just hope you are having a blessed day so far. All right? Well, look here, man. We have something serious we need to talk about today.
Okay.
But first, I want to play a clip from Millionaire Morning Show of my man, Anton Daniels. Shout out to Anton Daniels. You know what I mean? I watch him faithfully. And you know what? I want to play this clip for y'all. Then we going to come back, and then we going to have a little conversation. All right? Check this clip out.
Only benefit the top percent. The economy will only benefit the top 5%.
Oh, I remember this.
Nicholas
I saw
Henry.
this.
I like your bow tie, so I'm going to tell you this.
He doesn't
There
agree with
is
that.
literally 1,700 new millionaires every single day.
I remember this episode. Yeah.
Once a day, when the clock strikes 12, there are 1,700 new millionaires minted every single day. Look it up. It is a fact. Look it up. It is a fact. You have to get out of the victim Olympics and thinking that somebody is going to do something for you. It is up to you. Most millionaires are first generation millionaires. It is not wealth that is passed down to them. You have to get out of the matrix, sir. You have to wake up and realize that it is an opportunity outside for you that you have, and you are blessed to be in this country. I know people like to talk stuff about America, but I'm just telling you, you are blessed to be in this country. That means that if you reduce the self-inflicted wounds, no more car notes that you can't afford, no more over insurance, no more buying things to impress people that don't even care about you, no more credit card debt, no more Klarna, no more Afterpay, no more over shopping, no more simping for these women and spending money on people that don't even care nothing about you. No more of anything that does not benefit you. You put your head down, you go back and you reduce your expenses, you make the sacrifice, you then are intentional with your investments, and then you limit the people around you that's going to have you crashing out. You too can be a millionaire. And then the question that we will be having, or the conversation that we will be having, is not how dusty somebody is, but How can you reduce the amount of money that you have to give over to the federal government in taxes?
Fam be cooking, don't he? Yeah, my man be dropping that shit on you. Look here, man, the reason why I played that clip is because of the simple fact. You know, I think a lot of the times we too busy trying to worry about materialistic bullshit instead of worrying about our finances. Now, the main objective of this video is I want to express something to you. There's two things, that is never, ever going to work in your favor. Being broke and having bad credit. I'm going to say it again. Being broke and having bad credit. Now, there's a lot of you out there right now driving around in a vehicle you can't afford. And then the fucked up part about it is your credit is so bad that you are paying this outrageous interest rate because your credit is bad. Let me explain something to you. See, a lot of people don't like to deal with credit, and I understand, but I'm gonna explain something to you. Your credit score and how you do things with your credit tells people a lot about you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, okay, check it out. Say you went to a bank and you want to get some money. They got to check your credit for that, right?
Yep.
So say they check your credit and your credit score is, say, 750. That right there tells them that you pay your bills on time and you stand behind that paperwork that you signed. Okay? That's what that tells them. All right? So 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you some money and the interest rate ain't going to be that high. Right? Okay, different scenario. Say you go to a bank and your credit is trash. 300, 350, 400. You know what that tells them? That tells them that you are very irresponsible when it comes to finances. And guess what? You may not get that loan. And if you do get that loan, you're going to have some outrageous ass interest rate. Yep. Your credit is the difference between a 3%, 5% interest and a 15 and 20% interest. I know there's a lot of you out there who went to go get a car, right? You wanted the car. It really wasn't nothing special, but you just needed something to get from point A to point B, right? Now the car was only $10,000, but guess what? Your credit is garbage. So you know what? You getting ready to pay 15, 16, 17, 18% interest on a $10,000 car. So you just quadrupled that $10,000. You feel what I'm saying? Look here, I'm gonna tell you something. As a people, I don't think we put enough emphasis on financial health. Okay? We don't put enough emphasis on that. That's why as a father, I've always instilled in my children at a young age about financial health and how it's very important to keep your finances in order. I'm gonna give you some advice. One thing you have to understand is this. See, there's a lot of y'all out there who be on bullshit, right? You got a bill to pay, but you don't pay the bill on time. That affects your credit. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you go past the due date, okay, yeah, you have a grace period, but your credit score don't give a fuck about a grace period. You pay your bills on time. That's how you keep your credit in order. Now I want to tell you something else. So which one would you rather have? Bad credit or no credit? Me personally, I would rather have no credit. Now, neither one of them are good, but guess what? at least with the no credit, you can build credit. It takes 3 to 6 months to build credit. You can get you a little no-nothing ass credit card, $500 limit. But my advice to you is, you don't use that card unless you can pay for it right away. See, that's the problem with a lot of us and our people. See, we out here buying shit that we can't afford. And then we wonder why we always in the hole. You understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
And I have something else that I really want to touch on. For all you parents putting bills in your baby's name, you bogus as hell.
Ooh.
You wrong for that. You starting them off on the wrong foot already.
What a screw.
I'm going to tell you a story. Now, I love my mother, and I would never put a stain on my mother's legacy. But she did something that was bogus as hell. She did it twice. She put a phone bill in my name, and she put a light bill in my name. And I didn't realize none of these things until I got older and I got a letter in the mail. So I'm already behind the 8 ball. Stop putting your kids in a position to fail. It is our job as leaders, as parents, to set our kids up for success. I'm just elaborating on what Anton Daniels said. See, there's a lot of us out there, see, we too busy trying to look fly. We too worried about what everybody else is saying. We too worried about how things look. Who gives a fuck? Not everybody wants to be a millionaire. Some of us just want to be comfortable, right? But guess what, fam? How you supposed to be comfortable if you broke and your credit is bad? That's a double whammy. I'm going to tell you something. As a people, we need to always pay attention to financial health. And we need to be teaching our children about financial health when they are young. I'm going to tell you another story, and then we're going to end this video. So, one of my daughters, she's a college graduate, okay? So, she needed a vehicle. So I got her a vehicle. I co-signed for the vehicle, but I put her on the vehicle. Now you have to understand something. She don't have no credit at this point, all right? So she was in college, so her job is to go to school. You understand? So she ain't got to pay for nothing. Only thing she got to pay for is her cell phone and whatever little, light bill or whatever that she got, for her apartment that she had at school. Case in point. Now I'm the one paying the car note. All right, because like I said, that's her job. Not everybody's in a position to be able to do that for their kids. You understand what I'm saying? But we are. So anyway, make a long story short, she co-signed on that vehicle. I paid the vehicle off. She graduates from college. She needs a vehicle. I say to her, baby, I'm gonna go with you, just in case you need a co-sign. You know what my baby told me? Oh no, Dad, I'm good. Oh no, I'm gonna go with you anyway. Not just to make sure, that's squared away, but to make sure you don't get fucked over. So anyway, we go down to the place. She looked at the vehicle. She decided what vehicle she wanted. They checked her credit. And you know what the car salesman told me? He said, oh no, Russell, she don't need no cosign. Her credit is a 780. Wow. You see what I'm saying? So look here, man. If you don't take anything else from this video, I want you to take away that you need to pay attention to your finances. You will never, ever get ahead if you keep buying shit you can't afford, trying to impress people that don't give a fuck about you anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, again, I want to send a shout out to Anton Daniels. Hey, Anton, hey, look here, man. I like your content, and it makes sense to me. So look, don't copyright strike me, dog. All right? But shout out to you, dog, and salute. Anyway, do me a favor. Put down in the comments how you feel about what I just said. And look here, whenever you get a chance, also like and subscribe to get that algorithm going. All right? Now, welcome to Legacy 111. And it's me, Russell. Look me up, dog. All right? Peace.
All right. You heard it. Finances are critical. In my case, I fell into debt with the guaranteed student loan, which was stupid because they didn't owe you a job. They didn't owe you shit. You know, I went out there with no contacts, not much skill at all, and I couldn't get shit. And I'd never do it again. I'd never trust in anything that's in the system, whether it's the education system or the government system. These systems are there to screw you if you're just a regular guy. They want your money. They want to ruin your fucking life, really. May not want to believe that, but that's what I see. Anyway, yeah, my experience taught me that, you know, like my credit is, I think, 620. And I've been paying on the guaranteed student loan faithfully since 1996. You know. And then they have the audacity to tell me I have to renew my income-based repayment plan. You know, if they had reported that I had been paying faithfully on time, you know, my credit would have changed. It would have gone up. And I seriously doubt they did that. Because it was about 620 years ago when I tried to buy a house. This place is crazy. But, you know how the shimmity sham is. If you can get it going, if you can hustle it, it's yours, brother. Good luck paying on it, because you wouldn't be able to pay me to buy a house nowadays with the way the shit is out there. You have HOAs, you have major corporations that are just waiting to get your home for cheap. You know, they want to buy these places en masse. And it's just crazy, dude. It is absolutely insane how this world is set up. It is just there to screw you. Everybody, even the people that have favor. It's just there to screw you. And that's why I just, I don't bother, man. I don't bother with that shit. He's talking to people that maybe are really young, that have the opportunity to do that, maybe. He's not talking to me, that's for fucking sure. He's talking to people that, you know, they're young and they still have prospects. I'm just trying to get a side hustle so I don't die. You know what I mean? So I don't freaking die out here in this place. Because my retirement's, from what I understand, it's not going to happen. And there's not much else I can really say or do about it. Like the young kids say, it is what it is. You know? What can I do about a situation like this? So far outside my control. You know, I just feed my babies, take care of my angels, you know. What else? Okay. Yeah, that's all I can do. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful I have what I have. I don't need to be a millionaire. Other people want to be millionaires. I just, you know, I had dreams of that shit when I was younger. I'm telling you, to be a millionaire, you got to be a motherfucker. You got to be a motherfucker to really fuck people over properly. I'm sorry to say, but that's how they make their money. They skimmity scam their way into shit. You know, government is just another way to skimmity scam. People complain about the government, but government gives a lot of grants to people trying to start businesses, small loans. They have benefits for veterans. My mother was a stubborn person who wouldn't listen to anything I said. She didn't care about anything except what she wanted. So I told her, I said, Ma, you're a veteran. You can go get a VA loan and we can buy a house if you want. And she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it. We lived in a trashy trailer our whole lives. But, you know, I'm just thankful that I have this trashy apartment because, you know, they were going to throw my life away. They were going to throw what's left of my life away and me with it. And they didn't care. The system's run by some of the most soulless motherfuckers you can imagine. Oh, it's just a 32. I have better oviraptors than that. No. You got to pick and choose your battles. You have to do it on a criteria that you know. Like, why fight a battle you know you're going to lose? And that's what I do. I fight battles that I can win. I do things that I can accomplish. They're not the best. They're not the most fantastic thing. But it's there. You know, I do what I can. And I'm very happy and proud to be an American. I'm very happy and proud my mother was a Marine. My stepdad was in the Army. My original dad was in the Navy, even though he got dishonorably discharged. I don't know how you can get dishonorably discharged from the fucking Navy. How the fuck do you do that? Who do you piss off to get a dishonorable discharge? What do you say and what do you do to get that? I just don't get it. But the thing is, you know, I'm in agreement with my mom on that one. But, you know, life goes on, guys. And I'm just thankful I have what I have. I just humble myself. You know, I'm staying under the protection of the Lord. Let the Lord fight my battles. And I surrender my burdens to the Lord. And that's it. You know, if I wind up living in the street like I did before, you know what? People threw me away once. They'll throw me away again. That's people. They did it once, they'll do it again. They stole from me once, they'll do it again. You know? You after a while you realize, hey, people are really serious about getting your money, your time, your energy, your whatever. You know, I was thinking about the presidential race, since everybody else is talking about it. And I started comparing Trump to Kamala. And with Kamala, it's always touchy-feely. Let's do the nice, compassionate thing. And you can tell she's just bullshitting you. Right to your fucking face. Anybody with any bullshit detector can tell that. Trump, when Trump goes up there, he doesn't just tell you what you want to hear. You can look in his eyes and you can tell that the man is serious about saving this country. He is in no way joking. Oh wow, is that a Thilo? Oh, it's a dire bear. I was hoping it was a Thilo, because it's always good to have a good Thilo saddle, just in case you get a good Thilo. You never know. Anyway, I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know that Kamala is just using women to get elected, and that she's a professional politician. It is literally obvious. I got so many Sarko saddle blueprints, really high level ones, and the thing is, the Sarkos are vulnerable to the. They're vulnerable to that thing, to the jellyfish. That's why I don't ride them anymore unless I have to. But they're good for, like, if you have a water base. A Sarko's good for, you know, for having for your water base, because you can stand on a Sarko. It's not letting me click on anything. Oh, it's lagging really bad. I can't even click. Wow, look at the lag. Don't want to land in the fucking lava, man. All right. So anyway, it doesn't take a genius to know Kamala is just telling people what they want to hear. And you know what? They both are. The difference is that one is telling them what they need to hear. So, because that's like a part of the plan to go ahead and get that done. And the other one is just telling them whatever nonsense they need to hear to get the vote. Because that's ultimately what matters to them. Shit, that was close. Yeah, last thing you want to do is fall in the damn lava there. No, nothing there. Yeah, I could tell Kamala's full of shit because of her tone, her diction. She keeps coming out with this feeling shit. What we need is somebody that's going to go in there, take the bull by the horns, and direct it to where it needs to go. All right? Somebody's got to take the bull by the horns and you know, take control of the situation. These people, they're so... The liberals are so they're like fanatics. They're like religious fanatics for liberalism. If you're a liberal, that's fine, but you don't go fanatic over that shit. People have choices, and they have the right to have these choices. There's a lot of... Whoa, what the... Oh, it's lagging. I thought I had gone out. Oh, man, the lag, dude. Major lag spike. Well, I don't think I got anything fantastic here. Ascended Parasaur saddle and a dire bear saddle. You know, I always like dire bears, but they're only good for one thing. You know, you can't take them in a cave. Well, you can take them in a cave if that's all you got, but they can't jump with a shit. See, even in the thing, the lag is crazy right now. I go, yeah. Get some lag spikes there. Yeah, I could tell that lady was so full of shit. I mean, it's obvious that she's going off a script repeatedly. You know, Trump is also doing the same thing, but when he looks at you and he says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, that's a CEO telling you what he's going to do for the company. When Kamala says it, it's all touchy-feely, trying to get your emotions wrapped in there. And it's not about emotions, it's about who's going to balance the fucking budget. Who's going to get this country out of debt? Who's going to eliminate wasteful spending? Who's going to stop spending on situations where we just don't have any real control over? I mean, you know what I mean? When are they going to stop wasting money? And I don't mean helping other people like foreigners and stuff. You know, every American is a foreigner at some point. We came from somewhere else. What? Geez, you know, this shit's got to go. I mean, whatever the hell is going on, it's got to stop at some point. You know, it's just ridiculous what's going on here in this country. Absolutely ridiculous. I forgot I got to get over that first. Anyway, I'm going to get the next artifact just because I need the artifact. Not for anything else. But anyway, anybody with any common sense knows that Kamala is a professional fucking politician. And she's just there to massage you and tell you all these liberal talking points that most practical people that right now are just trying to fucking stay alive. We're just trying to stay alive, guys. We're not progressing anymore in this country. It's been going back for a while. You know, we're just trying to keep food on the table, a roof over our head, clean clothes on our backs, that sort of thing. And just doing the minimum costs us everything we make in a day. You know what I mean? It's expensive out here. and they're not doing anything about it. They're not stabilizing the country. So, it's good that Kamala stood up and fought for women, but I'm not going to elect you because you have a pussy. I'm not going to elect you because you claim to be very liberal and all this. I'm going to look at the policies you signed off on, and I'm going to say, okay, was this policy really beneficial? Giving free sex changes to prisoners? Free sex changes? I mean, does that really make any sense at all? Okay. No. It's all the nonsensical policies these people came up with. See, Trump is tariff happy. He wants to go and he wants to do this and that and fuck around with the tariffs and all that, and that's fine and dandy. But that's a control mechanism that we have as a nation. And he's looking to exploit that to its most efficient. And that's cool, because we need something to control this nonsense. We need to bring businesses back home. They kept giving businesses away. You know what I mean? They kept running around saying, "Oh, we'll do the free national. We'll do NAFTA. We'll do NAFTA, and everything will be fine." It's like we lost so many jobs to Mexico. We lost so many jobs to everywhere else. Everybody else is doing great except us. And the only thing they have to say for it is, well, this is the land of opportunity. Yeah, for everybody else except Americans. That's what the first guy in the video said. He's an American. He's not getting any real help. He's getting a small disability, and that's it. These people, they know how to play the system. The truth is the Mexicans have been playing the system for years, and these Haitians just decided to follow through. Copy and paste, It's too bad. This country goes down, it's because this country thought money was inexhaustible, that it didn't have to be replaced, that everything was going to be fine. If we just had a little faith, well, you can have faith, brother, but faith doesn't pay the bills. Faith gives you an opportunity to continue to survive, but faith itself is intangible unless the Lord does something. Because there are situations where the Most High God gets involved and that shit turns around lickety-split because he got involved. Oh, lag, man. Can't even press a button, dude. Jeez, I can't even land my fucking bird. It lands my bird in the fucking water. Because of the fucking lag. Jesus. That's why having lag is it's important not to have any lag on your fucking server when you're trying to do this kind of shit. Now I got everybody else's fucking attention. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's get this. Gotta get this done. Son of a bitch. Fucking bullshit. Tired of these bugs. Anyway, I'm out of here. Fuck this. Yeah, the liberals have lost all real respect over the bullshit that they kept passing. All this bullshit that keeps passing in this country. And the taxpayer just keeps paying for it. If they stop paying for all this stupid bullshit that doesn't help anybody, that would be a good thing. Military spending, God almighty, I don't think military spending is going to go anywhere, guys. I think it's going to get worse on that. Because they're all about making opportunities and money for these corporations that are contractors. But, you know, I didn't have any really good opportunities when I was in the game, you know, all those years ago. But anyway, I have a different perspective now that I'm older. The way to win in a material world where everybody's about greed and selfishness is just don't be greedy, don't be selfish, be humble, be thankful. That's how you win. That's the only way to win, as far as I'm concerned. You know, there's no reason to be greedy. There's no reason to be selfish, cruel, or any of that shit. Might as well just, sit back, enjoy your life, be thankful. There you go. That's all you got to do. Don't get attached to the material. The Lord never said you have to die a millionaire. The Lord never said you have to own an island. It's nice if you can, without losing your integrity. But you don't need any of that shit. Nobody needs that. I wanted basic things like a house, a wife, basic things. I had no idea a house was going to cost as much as it does now. I had no idea that the value of $1 was going to plummet after a while. And we get all this inflation. I had no idea women were going to be crazy. Nowadays, you've seen the Legion of Men and all these guys. Not even good-looking guys with a lot of social grace want to go ahead and date some of these women because these women are just simp-wanting gold diggers. They want simps to pay for everything. And it's like, I'm sorry, but it's like my mom. Once she got on the VA's check, she just wanted to sit on her ass and watch TV all day. That was it. I saw this woman waste all her time and energy on that shit. I play my video games because I did make my effort to do something, and I was pretty much rejected, to tell you the truth. I didn't have enough social clout to do what I needed to do. I wasn't smarter than the competition. I wasn't more educated than the competition. I wasn't more experienced than the competition. I can list off all the reasons I failed. I know why I failed. And even if I had changed that, it wouldn't have changed the fact that I still would have had to get lucky. Really lucky. And I'm just not that lucky, guys. Not naturally. So anyway. Oops. I'm just thankful I have what I got, man. Life could be so much worse. The pain in my body could be so much worse than it is. The things that I have in my mind, that the places I go in my mind could be so much darker than they are. So I shield myself with humility and thankfulness before the Lord. And I surrender the battle to the Lord. The battle is the Lord's. The battle is the Lord's. It is not my battle anymore. I'm not going to pick up a sword and go fight. I let the Lord fight my battles. I'm going to let Him provide the victory. That way He gets all the glory, and I sit here in awe of His glory, because that's pretty much what I'm able to do at this point. Pretty much it, for the most part. Oh. He's still following me because I whistled him to follow, because we got separated in the cave. There we go. Whoa. Oh, I thought they were mating. They're not mating. They're growing up. That's good. Yeah, I got a 4-stat thing. I'm having problems with the stamina. I can't get the stamina on a male. I need to get the stamina on a male, or it's never going to work. Well, anyway, enough me crying. I humble myself before the Lord. I'm thankful for what I have. I don't need to be rich. I don't need to be anything but happy that I am a servant of the Most High God. The Lord let me live and survive jail. He let me live and survive extreme poverty, worse than what I have now. And I'm just thankful for the job, the roof over my head, and all the opportunities He gives on a daily basis to take care of my babies. You know, the politics is all bullshit. It's going to be bullshit. But I'll tell you, I'm not going to pick somebody to be president because they have a vagina. You know, I'm not. It doesn't matter if I'm a guy or a girl. I mean, there are women out there that were just absolutely fucking adamant about picking this woman to be the next president. And they were going to do it regardless, with or without anybody, with or without it making any sense, frankly. And after a while, you're like, really? Just because she's a woman? And they'll say it. They will say that they will do it because she's a woman. They want a woman president. And she comes from giving money away to everybody and basically spending foolishly. You know, if I spent the way the government spent money at a personal level, I'd be homeless in less than a week. I would. No shit. I would be fucking homeless. I would be gone with the wind homeless. I'm sorry. Let's see what else we got. We got some wrong. I call bullshit on Kamala because nothing she said made any fucking sense to me. Keeps talking about shit that doesn't fucking matter. I mean, it literally does not matter at all. We're dying here, and she's like talking about stuff that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't factor in. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any logical sense. Oh, I'm full up. Well, I'll have to put it somewhere else, I guess. I'll put it here. It's where I used to put them. There. And this I'll put here. Oh. Yeah, I'm just thankful. I got to participate in the human race. Wow. You know, when I was a kid, I had so many ambitions, so many desires to go out and do so many different things. And it was like, everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be great. But it was all just psychological programming from the system. The same system that told me I could earn a degree, go out and get a great job, everything will be great. You know, I remember the commercial they showed. The commercial had, it had a guy on a cell phone in front of a beautiful car. He was talking in front of his car. The car was amazing looking. It's a beautiful, sexy car. Behind his car was a white picket fence. Behind the white picket fence was a brand new house. And he was a computer programmer. And that sold me. I said, that's exactly what I want. I want to be a programmer. I love technology. I love programming computers. I used to do that for fun in high school. You know what I mean? And so it just made perfect logical sense for me to go ahead and do that. And I had no idea how wrong I was. Totally wrong about everything. It was all bullshit. That only happens to people who know how to do the social thing. I was very introverted, and I was very shy, and I was kind of like a pussy. You know, I just kind of bowed out of all these conversations. And you can't do that when you're competing for a kind of job. You just can't, in reality. So anyway, I think we're pretty much at the end of the video here. Going back here once more, I would give a shout out to Russell Bowler Jr. Subscribed. Sounds like he's got a good head on his shoulders, giving good advice. Simply because if you're young, you have to consider the fact that like I'm doing it by living in faith. I'm living it in faith that God will provide, blah, blah, blah. These people, some of these people, they have their faith, but they like to get off their ass and make that shit happen. All right? There's real go-getters, and then there's people like me that are kind of slackers that, man, we can't do shit anyway. And I pretty much have proven that even though I have a bachelor's degree and I do have some skill, it's not anything that they consider competent. They would always tell me that I don't qualify. I don't qualify. I'm not skilled enough to do the job. You know? And what I realized, and you guys may not know this, but what I realized that what they really did is they screwed me by giving me substandard skills in the university. The university gave me basic languages that, you know, in reality takes forever to learn that stuff. But they gave me basic languages, and these assholes in power just want advanced languages. They want advanced systems. And there was no way I was going to get a bunch of 5 years experience as a fresh graduate. That just doesn't work. All right. So yeah, 391. The 391s are the ones that I really am interested in. These two are fine. But yeah, I need to get those done. I need to get the stamina off these guys. There's one stamina here. The other stamina is over there. I have not been able to get that stamina on the male. I need to get that stamina on any male, even if it's a low-level male, because it's important. The health is on the male, so that's why I'm not worried too much about health. But anyway. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I'm sorry I ranted a bit, but it's important for you to take care of your business. Like you said, you can tighten your belt, humble yourself, eat meager, eat simple. You know what I mean? You don't have to go out to eat all the time. I do it when I need to. I only do it when I need to. I don't do it because, I have an extra dollar. I don't have an extra dollar nowadays. It's not like the old days where at the end of the month I'd have another about $200 to spare. I don't even have that really. I have to take that and put it into investments if I ever get anything like that. I have to invest. I'm doing Forex trading, and I'm trying to get back on that wheel again. But anyway, thank you for watching. You have a good night. I hope you don't get discouraged. If you want to go earn a degree, but I'm telling you, they don't owe you a job, a career, or anything. You'll be fighting for everything. Lie like a dog on the resume, otherwise they're going to pass you up. The algorithm will not see you as a viable candidate. You won't even get an interview if you don't lie on the resume and put keywords and shit in there. That's what I didn't do. I didn't put keywords, and I was wondering, why aren't I being blessed? What's going on? It turns out the system doesn't give a shit. What I should have done is should have just prayed more and more and more and again and again and again and put my intention out there more, and God would have blessed me again. He tried to bless me once, and I fucked it up. I dropped the ball. But all I had to do was ask him again. I said, Lord, I dropped the ball. Help me again, please. And I would have been fine. He would have bummed me that extra thing. Now that I look back, I see it. Of course, now it's too late. My career's, all that's gone. Like 35 years over. So the way I see it is, if you guys think you can do it, but don't do it by yourself. Do it with the Lord if you have any faith. All right? Thank you for watching. Have a good night or day.